What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Now, check this out. I've been watching the Speaker of the House race, and not race, but the votes, and it's been a circus. I'm not even going to lie. I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know how he was able to flip 14, 15 more votes, but he had to will and deal, negotiate, do whatever they do, and he was able to make it happen. But then something happened. Who is Matt Gaetz? What's that guy? What is Matt Gaetz' deal, man? That dude is hilarious. I know you're probably mad at him. Some of you probably love it. I don't know. But to me, he's hilarious. I don't care what you say. All right. But I was just now I was looking at the TV last night, like wondering, did it finally go through? And somebody ended up getting in the way. To the point where Kevin McCarthy had to approach that gentleman. I don't know what he said, but hopefully somebody can give us a transcript of what happened. But we about to check out a video that has something to do with that. But before that, I want to introduce you to Bang Bang Tea. I'm going to tell y'all about it in a moment. Just make sure that you ask me about it if I don't, okay?
All right, welcome back to Hannity. We continue with our live studio audience this Friday night. Now it's time for the Hannity Hot Seat, and we are joined by two of the 6 House members, those that have been against Kevin McCarthy in every vote to date. Now, the question tonight is, will their opposition continue in the next vote, which is likely in less than an hour? And joining us now, Colorado Congresswoman Lauren Boebert and Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. Good to see you both. I've been in contact with you both this week. Matt yelled at me
Sean.
Once or twice. By the way, Laura, Congresswoman, can we settle something? We had a passionate debate this week.
We did. Hey,
now,
Sean, I welcome you to get passionate like that all the time because LaurenForFreedom.com blew up that night.
I hope I raised a lot of money for your next campaign or helped you raise money. But I said to you during that debate, it's interesting how people perceive things. I said, there's probably very little we disagree on. And where I was frustrated was, well, you didn't answer the question. And I have a pet peeve about that. But it's not, I've never been opposed to you. And I said on the air the next day, I said, no, we were texting after the debate. And I said, no, we're friends. We just had a disagreement in terms of.
Who in the world is writing their transcript below the videos? Do you see that? Am I tripping? What is that saying? It's not telling us what language is that in? Look, see, now I want y'all to just focus on it because you probably was missing it, but look.
Whether or not the agenda items were in cement, I thought they were. Did you perceive it the same way?
Sean, I thought it was a very exhilarating debate that we had. And usually I'm one of the 20 people who are opposing something and you are cheering on. So
it's the person who what in the world is the caption person drunk or something? Are they blind or something? What's going on? They just back there just tapping on anything. What are they doing? Are they back there using some Bang Bang tea? Not paying attention? Huh? Somebody back there bang that thing.
So, we just were on a different side on this issue. And then, of course, there were others on the show like Trey Gowdy that said that we were on there just for personal gain and holding out for that. And nothing could be further from the truth. Myself, Matt Gaetz, and every single one of the 20 conservatives that.
Listen, guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm looking at the closed caption below her while she's talking. I'm looking at the closed caption, and I promise you, listen, I think I have ADHD, and I hope this isn't pissing you off, but it's hard for me to focus if something's completely off. And I'm looking at the closed caption under this lady talking. And the letters are just all over the place. Who did this to me? I think they're messing with me right now.
Demanded these changes, did so for the good of the country, full stop.
Where are you tonight on Kevin McCarthy?
Well, I believe that when this is all over, everyone from the Speaker's office to my more moderate colleagues, even friends and allies that I've exchanged some tough words with, like yourself, we will work together to deliver historic fundamental changes in D.C. we will have conservative solutions on important issues facing the American people. So we'll see how tonight goes. I think that there are some things that we need to get locked in and make sure that we are able to deliver on these promises.
Okay, so that just answered this question that it's still a no for me. That's what she's saying. It's still a no for me. We still in negotiations. We trying to get some things locked in, and he's not agreeing to some of these things. So guess what? It's still a no for me.
Are you confident, say, by Monday, the latest, that this will be over? And Kevin will be the speaker, and you will have the assurances that you need that all the agenda items you have campaigned on and that you fought for are going to be implemented by the new Congress?
I sure hope by Monday we see something, something that is promising to deliver for the American people. And
Listen, the closed caption person need to be fired, god dang it. What's going on? Maybe it's on my side. Is it on my side? I don't know. Is it on my side? Let me see. Closed caption. So it's in English. It says it's in English. You see that? Y'all see that? It's on CC1. That's English.
I truly believe that after months of the negotiations that we've seen and a few extra days even of being assembled on the House floor, Republicans are going to be far more prepared to lead and more prepared to govern than ever before.
Matt Gaetz, where are you tonight?
Well, Sean, this has never been about me or Kevin McCarthy. It's about the American people. And the American people want to know that the rules of the House of Representatives would never allow something like this terrible, horrendous omnibus bill to ever pass ever again. And that's what Congresswoman Boebert and I have been working on. And while I know that sometimes these discussions can be a little awkward up front, I guess it's like a prenuptial agreement that you'd be preparing. Sometimes there can be some uncomfortable moments in the preparation, but it can be necessary. I am
Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy that keep on daggone getting in the way. I want to know what did Cam say to you? Did he threaten you?
Excited and encouraged. I am grateful that Speaker-designate McCarthy has been so receptive to each and every change that we have demanded. And Sean, we're at the stage right now where I'm running out of stuff to ask for. I mean, read the bills, have a balanced budget, have a border plan. Yes. Kevin McCarthy is agreeing to all these things. And again, it's never been about him. It's been about draining the swamp, making this a more honest, transparent, open place. And we may have a few finishing touches. We may be able to get this resolved tonight, but I am proud of the entire Republican conference, and we're going to be stronger and more unified and more able to hold this administration accountable because we have had these early moments of sorting things out.
I don't know how y'all feel about that guy, but what he said just now made sense to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. What he said just now made perfect sense to me. And you know, he's just trying to make sure that everything is where it needs to be before we move forward. And he said that he's still about draining the swamp. And people keep on saying that Kevin McCarthy is a part of the swamp, but he's saying in order for him to get our votes, there's going to be some things that's going to have to happen. That's going to be, you know, I mean, in the interest of where we are right now, not where whoever's controlling them or anything like that. Now, I don't know Kevin McCarthy's story. I'm learning it just like some of you. Some of you don't know it either, but I'm assuming that most of you do. But this, what he just now said, I don't disagree with it.
So we had communication in December, pretty early in December, and you're free to talk about anything you want. And my admonition to a number of people, because I saw all of this coming, I would have preferred that it happened.
What in the world, man? I'm blaming climate change for the CC1. One of the CC1s mean climate. Matter of fact, that's what both of the C's mean. Climate change. That's who's doing the closed caption right now. Instead of me clicking on closed caption, I clicked on climate change, and that's what's typing all the daggone letters just all over the place. It's all over the daggone place. That says absolutely nothing. This says nothing. Okay. Unless it does, and I'm just late on the lingo. Maybe I need to learn another language. That might be alien language. You know, for the last couple of nights, our sky didn't get black. What was that? Our sky didn't get dark. What was going on? Please let me know if y'all know. It didn't. Like the wood, it just didn't.
Before January 3rd.
Oh man, somebody said Joe Biden is doing the closed captions. You're not right.
We ultimately seem to have gotten there. Was I wrong in anticipating that this was headed in this direction? Would it have been better to maybe do it behind closed doors?
Well, Sean, I love you, but if I would have voted for Speaker McCarthy when you asked me to on Monday, we wouldn't have the spending caps. We wouldn't have points of order available for members. So I would say
you may love me, but that's not what I asked you.
We did very well driving a hard bargain.
What I said was, correct me if I'm wrong, I wanted everybody early on, way before January 3rd, to get in a room, lock the door, check their egos, check your phone, fight it out behind closed doors, and be ready on January 3rd. Now, with that said, you know what? None of this has ever bothered.
And that makes sense too. Like, let's focus and handle the business that we got to handle. Like, if we got to close the door and do it behind closed doors rather than getting in front of everybody looking like a daggone fool, then, hey, what is that all about?
Me. I think at the end, if this would go on another week, I think it would drive the American people nuts. But ultimately, it is the agenda to save this country. This country is in a mess. The Democrats have run this country into a ditch. This president doesn't know what day it is. Look at the debt. Look at energy policy. Look at our borders, our southern borders. We need a united Republican Party to fight hard. I think we now have that. Is that a fair statement, Matt Gaetz?
I really think that we are coalescing around that vision. I'm very optimistic about where we are right now. Good. But we simply would not allow business as usual to continue. And that wasn't personal toward anyone. That was a problem with Washington that existed under both Republicans and Democrats. And Lauren Boebert and I hear from our constituents that they want this town to change. And these fundamental changes, if we can get the finishing touches on them, they will far outlast Lauren Boebert and I. They will far outlast Kevin McCarthy. And they will be there to deliver for the American people and stop these terrible spending bills that are pushing our country into debt and borrowing against the futures of the next generations.
Now, honestly, at first I thought this guy was a jerk. I don't so much now. I don't think he's a jerk. I think that he's making sense to me. If I'm missing something, let me know, because I'm trying to learn about it all right now. But I thought he was a jerk for saying, okay, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. He is the same guy that said I'm voting for Donald Trump, right? And then he said, when it was his time to vote, he said present or something like that. He was like, man, we're still not ready. We're still not ready. I'm not doing it just for the sake of doing it. I mean, what's the point of that? Who want to do anything for the sake of just doing it? You know what I mean? What if your lady came inside the room and said, give it to me now just because? You might still do it. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? They know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. All right? That was a bad analogy. But I'm just saying, when it comes to this right here, it's far too important, far too many people involved. Business involved, money's involved, freedom's involved. There's so much stuff that can happen right now. He's trying to make sure that everything is locked down before we move forward. Some people didn't have that same integrity. Some people was like, man, look, let's go. Let's just finish it. You already know. Most, I'm not going to say most, but some people who gave their votes away, they was just like, you know what? Whatever, man. Let's just get it over with. And he don't have that attitude, and I like that. It's not that great to have an attitude of, let's just get it over with. You know what I mean? What if you approached your lover and you just now took some bang bang tea and you knew you had like 2 to 3 hours, you know, that you was gonna be good, and they just like, let's just get it over with. How would that make you feel? You wouldn't feel sexy. You wouldn't feel attractive. You would feel like they just trying to get me out the way. Let's just get it over with. Come on. Whatever. Where you want me? Over there? Whatever. Like, what? That's just ridiculous. So, yeah, y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. All right? And don't forget, guys, ask me about that bang bang tea. Come over to LFRFamily.com and I will break it down to you. Love y'all, man. See you next time. Peace.